What if your entire YouTube channel or video podcast content strategy could be summed up in 2 words? React content. Okay, pause right there. This guy is onto something, but I can't tell if his mic placement is pure genius or completely stupid. We aren't just a video production company, we are business solution driven creatives. And this is More Than Meets the Eye. Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of More Than Meets the Eye podcast, where we talk about marketing and business and really stories that unveil and pull back the curtain about what's going on behind a business or behind a person or behind a marketing piece of content. There's 3 things to look for when it comes to social media content and really just content that involves human beings watching it at all. And that's platforms, algorithms, and culture. These 3 things, if you can study these things, you'll be great as a marketer and you'll be great as a social media influencer. You'll be great on your business to influence people. And sometimes what you got to look at is what platform you're on and how are they, what is that like? And then you need to know about the algorithms and everything that goes on there. But then you need to know the culture of the platform you're on, and you need to know the culture of just in general human behavior. Like, man, if you get into marketing and you're the strategist for it and coming up with video ideas, you'll quickly learn that human behavior is a huge deal when it comes to selling something on your business through video.
If you've been thinking about making your own podcast like the one that you're watching or listening to right now, then JT Visuals is definitely the way to go. And that's JT Visuals without the I, because there's more than meets the eye. Podcasts for business are popping like crazy. Everyone and their mom is starting a podcast. Why should you start one? Well, because the truth is, it's actually still not too saturated. Not only do you get a show that's all about your business and bringing on guests and spotlighting them and stories, but you're also getting clips and media to put onto social media platforms. Whatever your vision is for your business that you want to accomplish and how you help people, social media is the outreach for that. And when you have a podcast show, it is the easiest way to get started and to conquer that social media that everyone's telling you you need to be doing. We will do everything, so all you have to do is help come up with topics in collaboration with us, show up for a couple hours, and then leave, and everything else is handled for you. We would love to have a quick call with you to see if podcasting is right for you and if JT Visuals is the way to go for you. Just go to our website at jtvisuals.com. That's jtvsuals.com. jtvsuals.com. And now back to the show.
So when we started that intro on this one, it was the most creative intro I think that we've had so far. And on this, that was me in the bottom. That was just saying something on a video. And hopefully you audio listeners can hear the difference. And that it was like I was watching a video. It's like recording yourself watching a video and then you give your 2 cents. So the culture of this is like in regular everyday life, it's kind of like showing someone this funny TikTok or this clip or something someone has seen that you're excited for, and you show the person next to you on the phone, and then you get a reaction, you give your 2 cents on it and everything. This is great because there's a lot of misinformation on the internet. And every single client and every single person we work with, we want to make sure they're not going to bring misinformation back into the internet. And so React content is actually very, very beneficial because it can build up your credibility. And the other thing is that you look at creative pieces and react to content that's already performing well. And you get to do this and give your thoughts on this with you being the main piece of the content. You're the main use for this so that you can help guide your audience into, is this right? Can I trust this? And everything. So if you're into skincare, it would be really good to be able to react to content of people talking about skincare routines or the products they're using. And then you, as the expert of your industry, react to that so you can help guide people and give your professional opinion about it. And then you can help guide them towards the product, towards that person, and you gain following from it. So let's say someone got 1 million views from showing how to use a weed eater from the concrete side to do edging. But then Legacy Lawns comes in and they have their own video podcast or they have their own YouTube channel, and he's watching this and he's going, man, they missed something here, and they're actually supposed to be edging from the grass side because it's always better. And then that's the 2 cents that everyone gets. So you can easily build up on that, and now they know that the first 3 to 5 seconds of this video is performing really well. And so now they throw their face into it, and then they give their 2 cents, and it's a win-win-win. It's like everywhere. You don't want to like totally bash on people unless they're completely wrong. Maybe you do, but at the same time, just kind of, you can play nice still. Like, I know people don't want to say something wrong about anybody, but if you want to lead people towards the right path, you also have to show them what the wrong path is. And so if you gather this content, even just 3, this is the kind of content that can write itself. You could have your entire year, 10-year, everything could stack upon React content. And I want to encourage everybody to start doing some more React content. The hardest part about this is it involves some extra research before coming in. And it's better to blindly react than to see it and come up with your formula of how you're going to respond to it and write your response letter. No, you're not doing anything like that. This is truly react. Like the first time you see it, let out those little nuances of like, ooh, what's up with his mic placement there? You know, on the example I gave, I had my mic, for all the audio listeners, it was up into my face, but coming down to my mouth, kind of like rapper style, but without holding the mic. And it's a podcast mic. It's on a stand. It's clipped onto the desk. That was part of the reaction. And I said, like, I don't know if this guy's a genius or he's completely stupid, because sometimes the culture is to do something stupid and then it can get attention. But you can bring it back to value and not brain rot by talking about the plan behind it, or like, what are your thoughts on it? Like, I get all the time for people in the tech world, like, hey, I got this. What do you think of this camera? On another channel, if that was my audience, that would be cool to react to different cameras. Hey, should I get this or that? And that's part of taking questions that can also write itself forever, but specifically React content, because when they set up and they're recording the video, and you can organize it and filter it and choose the ones that have the most views or that you think would bring in the right audience for you. Because again, it's not about all the views, it's about the right audience and the right person watching. Well, think of that person. Think of the one person that you're trying to market to. Have you ever heard that? Market to the one. So if you think of that person, what kind of content would they be watching that you can react to and give your thoughts on that could help lead them to the next step to buy your product? Or maybe it's not buy your product, maybe it's to hit like and follow, because maybe you're giving so much value and you're not actually in it for the sales. Like, let's be real, some people aren't. And so sometimes you just want to help people live better lives, and that's awesome. If you're a believer and you're a Christian, then I like to call this EROI. So it's when you invest into people and you're not looking for that return on investment that's here on earth, but you're investing in people and how they live and walking alongside them, praying with them for the eternal return on investment. Because it's not about storing up treasures here on earth as much as it is in heaven. So for a lot of people, that can be their angle, is just, I want to amplify my message as much as possible to reach as many people as possible. And the sale might be like more about they get plugged into your program or things like that, not necessarily the dollars coming in. And I've even seen some regular businesses who you would think do video content or podcasts or YouTube channels for sales, but actually they're just in it because they just want to give back. They want to show people the right way to renovate, or they want to show people how to do this so they can live better lives. And that's what JT Visuals is all about. We want to be that content provider that does that. Now, sometimes it takes sales to be able to do that. And that's why we focus on the sales part as well. What's nice is we live in the day and age now that credibility is everything and trust is everything, especially with AI out. So now you got to, like, everyone's going to be in disbelief even more on the first video they see or the first piece of content or the first thing you say. They're going to have their own opinions or thoughts, and they're going to question, is this even AI, or can I even trust it even if it is AI? And then they want to know and go down the path for that. But that involves getting them to the next step, and that next step, hopefully you're in business to better people's lives. When they go from a short video and then they go and spend time on your brand, on your podcast, and then they realize, man, this person truly believes in this and I want to be part of that. Like, that's awesome. Then they'll join in because of the cause or like the angle that you have. And sometimes that requires sales to be able to do that. Especially what's funny is there's a lot of people who don't have the budget for a lot of things. However, then they turn around and they go buy, like, I'm not shaming anybody. I'm just talking about the behavior of it, but they turn around and then they go and buy something else, or like they can't afford to go out to eat, but they can somehow still afford to go to Starbucks every day or something like that. That's just opportunity cost and where you put your value. And so if someone says they can't afford it or it's not in their budget, sometimes it's like they don't believe in the value of it enough to make that decision. So I'm really excited for where video podcasting and YouTube channels are today because of this formula, or really it's just the two words. So it can write its own content. It can write its own plan. Would you rather scroll on TikTok and find 3 to 5 videos to react to and then that creates your content? Or would you rather sit there and think and write the whole content plan, which that's not so bad either. And that can be very strategic. However, if you need a little bit more efficiency and get going, I really like React content. It's really good. And I've seen a lot of pastors do this as well. And sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they get it wrong. But it's been good to see, like, the position that they're in, they need to give their guidance and thoughts on certain things. I've seen that really work, and it made people popular overnight just because of it, or it fast tracks them. Of course, it's not about being popular. And I've found that most of the right people to be working with us are the ones that actually don't want to get popular and they don't want to go viral, but they do want to help as many people as possible. And so maybe they want to go viral or get popular just because of that part of it, but not because they want to get famous or anything. We're not in it for the famous game. Like, when we say we want to take the best people and help make them the best known people, we're talking about not fame. We're talking about getting the message out there and across as many people as possible so they cannot ignore your business and the solutions that it brings so that they can have better lives because of it. Every business really needs to be making sure that they're solving a key problem in someone's life or in another business, which involves individuals still. It can be really simple, and we can also do this for you if you're in the Kansas City area. We would love to start your video podcast plan or your YouTube channel plan that's all about React content. And get this, if you are in the contracting world and you feel like video podcasts aren't for you because you need to show it, while that's true, video podcasting is still for you. Because what's going to happen when you see the other guy that's in your exact industry and he starts doing it, and then it starts working. So just because you don't see a lot of other people doing it doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. You might have what's called, I believe a lot of people like to say, it's the blue ocean, the blue sea. Like, there's a lot to be happening. It's untapped, uncharted territory. You're either going to find lots and lots of treasure there, or you're not going to find hardly anything, but you had a nice voyage. You had a good journey. Make sure to consider that and think about React content, because those people are already out there. So you can see the way that they're drilling in or the way that they're measuring, and then you can react to it and give your 2 cents, how they're laying the flooring, whatever it is. If you're a chiropractor, you don't have to be that chiropractor that's like, micing up and cracking all the time. And it's hard to tell if that's a pop sound or if that's the leather seat making all the noise or not. But at the same time, you could be reacting to their content. And if you're in the world where you don't want to be like bashing on a lot of people and because you're just overly nice, then let's look at the ones that you can praise. Even that works. Like that's still really good. I know that negative news usually is 10x, but at the same time, if it's super positive and heartfelt, then that's great. Especially if it involves dogs or puppies, like things like that, you can easily react to that, like, and give your thoughts on it. And people really want to know your thoughts when they see all that kind of activity. And that really clips really well for your social media, and then your content plan just writes itself. So that's the key. Like, what's the lowest effort? Not saying you wouldn't, be excellent at it, but what's the lowest time commitment and effort and brain power that brings the most fruit and is the most effective for you in your business? So have you done React content before, or have you seen it before? Is this something you want to get into? I'm telling you, it is perfect for the kind of people that we're looking for. And even if you're not in the area, we have editing only plans that we can help you out with, or just do it yourself. Like if you have that capacity, go ahead and use what we're talking about, make it happen and show people the way, because really that's what it's all about. It's just helping people. So there you have it. I gave it away to you for free. Your entire video podcast plan is all about React content. Let's make it happen and keep on keeping on. See you in the next one.